Alright, so for today's video, I decided it's going to be a ranting and RuneScape video, simply because I was scrolling to Twitter, and I saw that Asmongold had a hot take on AI art. And his take, from what I've gathered, well, it's not a good take to have, but, you know, I'd rather take a look at what he actually said before I go judging anything. So I got his video, the clip that supposedly, you know, talks about AI art. So let's see what he has to say.
And as the world evolves and changes, different professions and different types of jobs come and go. And I don't like the idea that the entire world should hold back innovation and design and access to creativity because some people might not be able to have a job if that happens. I think that as time goes...
Well, that's kind of a really dumb take, my man. Because you see, now you just pissed off the entire art community. And I guarantee you, guys, I guarantee he's going to get enough heat from this. Mark my words, there'll be an apology video, and I didn't think about that. Guarantee it. But that being said, I argue that the rise of AI art's just going to push for, you know, more demand for actual human-drawn stuff. The more unique your style, the more likely you are to sell stuff. But this is just a horrible take. The state of politics in the United States is just a clown show, and this is why I wanted to stay out of them for so long. But it's like, hey, you know, maybe you should start looking at what's going on. And when I do, it's like, it's full of the most dumb people ever. And I don't know how they, well, yeah, I do, because people have ignored it for so long and weren't paying attention and doing their own looking into things, and now it's just like, my god, all of them. I don't have enough patience for this crap. Alright, let's see.
Man who assaulted a 5-year-old child repeatedly. She had to testify at trial. The jury convicted. My opponent still refused to revoke bond, the $500 signature bond she released him on. She let him live near us across the street from an elementary school. She didn't change any of that after he was convicted. And then at sentencing time, in spite of the pleas of the victim, she ultimately gave that offender a sentence that resulted in him being in prison for less than 2 years.
And she stood on business with that. She defended the sentence that she gave to that creature who did that to that child. It's not just all on her for having a lack of empathy for the victim in this case and prioritizing the human rights of the actual predator over the child that was harmed. She was in fact following legal sentencing guidelines put in place by predator sympathizers way higher up the food chain than her. She just gave him the absolute minimum that she possibly could, and I don't think that should be an option. It's way past time that the American people stand up to our government and demand that they hold these predators accountable. Remember, pedos aren't people, and if you want to get the shirt, it's available at convictclothing.net.
So I 100% agree with JD here. If you touch a child inappropriately, you take that child's innocence, you are not a person, you are a monster. Completely agree, and I think as a society we should definitely be making these monsters be held accountable for their actions. 2 years for ruining an entire childhood, that just doesn't seem like enough to me.
Here's what everyone should know when talking to the cops.
Lawyers.
Keep your mouth shut. That's what you do. Keep your mouth shut.
Reaction.
Hello, what's going on? I'm in bed, man. You're scaring my dog.
I need to ask you some questions about what's going on.
Okay, well, ask away, man.
No, I need you to come out here and talk to me.
All right, dude. I'm going back to bed. Good night.
There is no legal...
Yeah, I was about to say, if there's no warrant and they're trying to get you to come outside, you ain't got to do that. You ain't got to do that at all. They ain't got a warrant. They just there to talk to you. You ain't got to talk to them. That is entirely up to you at that point. If you want to talk to him, go ahead, but you don't have to. Let's see if I'm right.
Obligation for you to open your door whenever you are talking to police. Not only that, but there's also no legal obligation for you to answer any of their questions, even through a Ring camera. The fact of the matter is that if the police have a warrant to search your home,
Ooh, I called it.
or even arrest you, they won't be asking. A warrant gives them the right.
Yeah, they definitely aren't going to ask if they have the warrant, because at that point they can just break down your door and get you. Like, so if they just sitting there knocking on the door, if they don't have a warrant, which they likely don't if they're knocking on the door, you don't have to talk to them.
Right to bust in and take you away or search your property depending on whatever the judge signed. But if the police are just fishing around in order to get you to open the door, you don't ever have to do it. It means this man does not have to open the door to cops because there's no legal obligation for him to do so. Here's what everyone...
You would never call me names if I was out of this uniform. You know why? Because bad things would happen to you.
Oh God, what the hell is this?
You hit your own building, you dumb piece of shit. Oh my God.
Tried to run this kid over. Oh, look at him. He's trying to run him over. I hope this loses his job.
It's a public sidewalk, you dumb shit. Look at that nice bill you got.
Say at this point, wouldn't this be counting as harassment? Like, I hope this guy really does lose his job, because I think at this point it's harassment. Like, see, this type of behavior, like, this type of unhinged behavior on why people don't like the cops. Like, stuff like this, granted, this is a rarity. Like, this is the uncommon thing. But because stuff like this happens, people don't like cops. I fully understand it. Because, again, when you see stuff like this, the cops abusing their power and then trying to pretty much harass a bicyclist, why do you think they're gonna like you, homie? Y'all need to nip this behavior in the butt. Hold this guy accountable and fire him.
Let's go pick out some games.
I love these guys. Like, if I ever take a trip out to where they are, I would love to visit their store. These guys seem pretty cool.
Kung Fu Heroes, I used to play this game with my papa all the time, and I didn't really know what it was about, but I thought this was Krillin from Dragon Ball, so this was the Krillin game when I was like 5 years old, and I loved it.
I'm going with Violent Secret Castle, the game that no one's ever played, and it's definitely not in anyone's collection, but it's the best game that ever released on the Nintendo NES. Awesome game mechanics.
That is not the best. That is a very painful game, you liar. You liar.
In the store after this year video game.
Alright, you cheapskate, since you spent $12 between the two pics of you, I'm getting you Mickey Mousecapade because...
Let's ship your order.
Miska Maska Mooskador!
Hey, Miska Ho, Mousecador, Mr. Hey!
And since your order got picked to be featured so people buy the shit out of these mystery bundles, we're gonna throw in this free Toy Story 2 McDonald's toy. It's vintage.
Can you kick it in the back of my car with all the other packages?
I'm not a football player. I can't guarantee that type of accuracy. I'll do it, but if I dent your car, I'm not paying for it. Thank you so much for your Nintendo NES mystery order. Your item is in the mail!
Nice. You made it, too.
Excuse me. Excuse me, sir. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Are you okay?
I'm married.
Okay.
You're married.
I'm saying I like the green flag, red flag guy. He's great. You get to see some interesting stories.
That's on a stack of blocks.
Go home with me.
Isn't that a trash can? I think that's a trash can.
I don't want to go home with you. Are you okay?
So the other day I read a Reddit post from this dude who cheated on his wife of 8 years, and she left him. Didn't say anything about it, just left a note and moved, and he hadn't heard from her in 2 years. The whole post was centered around his confusion on the wife's indifference, and she didn't give him a chance to explain. She threw a decade in the trash, blah, blah, blah. Well, then I got to the part where he explained why he did it. He was drunk. He wasn't in his right mind. It was a one-time mistake. Just common rationalizations for cheaters. Well, today that excuse was taken out back and shot because this fella here doesn't even know where he is. But he knows who he's with. I'll tell you that. Great work, brother!
Excuse me.
Yeah, that is a good way to prove that, you know, you can still stay loyal drunk off your butt.
Can this disabled passenger be denied boarding?
Lawyer's reaction.
But we're gonna give myself a real test here. I'm gonna say yes because airlines are technically private organizations. So if they really want to deny somebody for any reason, they can. It's just not gonna look good. So let's see.
Actually, because you're disrespectful. And don't call me an idiot, okay? Yes, you did, jackass. I'm sorry. Yes, you did.
If an employee unjustly denies you boarding because their feelings were hurt, that is a breach of that contract, and you can absolutely sue for the damages that happen next. And when you apply the law to the facts of this case, this woman confesses that she called this employee a jackass. And to be quite honest with you, it does look like his feelings got kind of hurt. But with that said, flying is a privilege, not a right. And insulting airline employees violates the terms and services of the airline, which will allow them to deny you boarding. Even if
Called it. It's a private organization. It has its own rules for what is allowed, and they can refuse you service. Like, how hard is that for people to understand that these private businesses, if you show your butt, can refuse you service? Like, and here's a lawyer telling you the same thing.
she didn't call him a donkey. If you are rude to employees, they have the discretion not to let you board that flight. Which means this airline absolutely can deny boarding to this disabled passenger. Can this
I respect him because he stood his ground. I love this guy. He's so funny. I'm in his Discord, but I don't really interact in there because, again, I'm antisocial. So, yeah, but his content's very funny.
Craft order. Now, why are you looking at me like that? Because I forgot you were here. Doesn't the Bible say thou shalt not suffer a witch to live?
In the Old Testament, yes, but Jesus came and fulfilled the law. We live under grace now. If we went around killing everyone who didn't line up with Christian values, we'd have no one left to convert.
It doesn't bother you that we take these kind of orders here?
1 Peter holds all servants accountable to their masters, not only in the good and gentle, but also in the unjust. The customer is your master, and you owe them your service.
Just to be clear, you're fine with us taking witchcraft orders?
Just as the Jews of yesteryear could not have prospered without doing business with the Gentiles, the Christians of today cannot prosper without doing business with everyone else.
I was thinking your justification would come more along the lines of thou shalt not cast thy pearls before swine.
Now, if you're going to quote my beloved Bible, you best do it in context and in full. That is, thou shalt not cast thy pearls before swine, lest they trample them under feet and turn and rend you. It means don't preach where it's going to get you killed.
It's like we'd have had less martyred missionaries if they'd have just read the Bible.
You guys get a leg for that. That was great. That was great. Now this guy makes some really funny content. Having worked in the service industry before, it's pretty spot on. So let's watch this together.
With you? Uh-oh, she forgot to ask us if we wanted dessert. Does that mean our meal is free? No, and I didn't forget. So you're just rushing us out the door? Of course not. I just thought you'd want to get home so you could shower. Oh, is it Thursday already? I'll take a macadamia milk latte with just a dusting of foam. We don't do lattes. What kind of restaurant doesn't do lattes? Don't you have an espresso machine? Where's she going?
I've never had to deal with it, but I can imagine, you know, having to deal with something like that. people are just, you tell them you can't do that. Well, why can't you do that? Because we can't do that. I don't make the rules. I just work here, homie.
Maybe to look for the espresso machine.
How can you still not know our menu?
Can't.
I'm gonna go ahead and say that when I worked in the food service industry, I didn't remember the menu. I was in the kitchen. I just cooked the stuff.
On this food,
No.
Nicole! Or not?
You pissed off the princess.
It's not espresso. It's espresso, you f***ing idiot.
I did know a girl that was exactly like that too.
Feel better? A little.
Oh, good! Meanwhile, this food is dying in the window! We ain't had beignets in months!
There you are. It's pronounced espresso.
That's what I said, espresso.
We don't have an espresso or an espresso machine.
Neither?
Can we just get the check already? It's literally in front of you.
Whoa!
That was great. Drew's a funny guy.
This pack is not the sticker price you see.
So, this was a guilty pleasure of mine for a while, and the other day I saw Fifi tweet out the quote of this theme song, and I'm just like, no, my guilty pleasure is being exposed.
I open it, or should I keep it sealed?
We got Topps Chrome Pokemon for how much?
Oh my god!
Oh no, oh no. No. That price tag for one, just no. No.
Yeah.
It's Pikachu!
$500. And we've opened this pack before, got a misaligned error Pikachu.
Now see, he got real lucky with that. Really, 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 really lucky. Because that is not going to be your typical experience.
That I've gotten multiple offers for, but I'm not quite ready to sell it yet. But for now, let's try. Yeah, we already know we're going to open this and try to get another error pack. Here we go. Not an error pack, which is unfortunate. So what we can hope for now is a spark.
So I actually had some of these cards as a kid, these specific ones, and they were sticky even back then. Like when they were brand new, they were still sticky, and I don't to this day know why.
Sparkle card. You can get a Spectra card or a Sparkle card, and the Sparkle cards go for quite a bit. A Sparkle Charizard would be our best bet to get our money back now, but anyway, it's fun to open these Topps Chrome packs. They're fun. The Pikachu came
that peeling sound.
Back, a CGC 9, which
takes me back.
Which is the highest grade you can get for an error card, so I'm happy about that. Let's see what we get here at the end. Oh man, these are sticky. Don't ask me why.
Oh no, you should have kept it sealed. I blame your thumbs.
Ooh. Alright, it's another JD video, so yeah, we know it's gonna be something interesting, so viewer discretion advised.
Out there dealing, I need you to understand something. We are done playing around. Even if you're just somebody who's strung out and you're doing what you need to do to be able to survive, you can spend the rest of your life in prison if somebody dies as a result of what you're doing. Even if you think you're safe because you're not selling Fent, they are putting it in literally everything these days, and all it takes is one wrong batch, and not only are you going to be spending the rest of your life in prison, you're going to have to think every single day about how there's somebody who's not here because of your actions.
Yeah, he's got a point. Like, just because you don't know that you're, just because you don't know it's been tainted, you're still responsible for it once you're out there selling it. You are contributing to the person's death, whether you know it or not. So, yeah, I agree with how they're going to start treating it.
I don't know about you, but I wouldn't be able to live with that. This is coming from somebody who used to be a dealer. The game is over, man. The drugs are killing everybody. Everybody's snitching, and they're handing out buttloads of time if you get caught. And it's not if you get caught, it's when you get caught. Time to tighten up. It's time to change your life. It's time to do something that actually matters and turn everything that you've been going through into an actual purpose that gives back to others. Trust me, I've been there and I'm so much happier with where my life is today.
And see, this is why I'm an advocate for legalizing weed for recreational use, because one, the tax dollars will really bring in some money for the states, and two, at least then you have a safe place to, you know, get your marijuana safely and not have to worry about it being contaminated, because it's, you know, the legal kind. It's going through, you know, standards. And this is just getting dumb. The world is getting dark and it sucks. But hey, gotta find your light somewhere. And I find my light laughing at the chaos.
License and registration?
She has a very dark sense of humor, and I absolutely adore it. So let's see what she's got for us today.
Is that a gun? Oh, no. This is just a loaded Nerf gun. Don't worry, nobody can get hurt with it. Ah! License and registration.
Nobody can get hurt with it. Got herself in the face.
Is that a flamethrower? Oh, yeah, but don't worry, nobody can get hurt with it.
Oh no.
Do you know why I stopped you today? Well, I don't know. Depends on when you started following me, am I right? You ran over an old lady. Oh, that's what that was. I thought it was a very misshapen speed.
I thought the same thing when she was about to say. I'm like, oh, she's gonna make the speed bump joke, didn't she? Yep, she went there. I'm sorry, guys. I am broken, and I don't want to be fixed.
Speed bump, which is why I drove over it very slowly. Do you know why I stopped you today? Oh my God, officer! Look over there!
This would be my face too. Like, really?
Anyways, escape maneuver. License and
off the side of the bridge I go.
Just straight. Is that the guy who has been missing for a month?
No.
No, officer. That's not me.
No.
Where's your hand? I don't want to say. I do.
I don't want to say.
I need help though. I think I'm stuck. People have.
Stuck. Oh God.
I've been complaining about weird sounds coming from your trunk. That's because there's people in there. No, wait.
Not wait. I didn't say nothing.
Let me rephrase that. I kidnap people. No, that's not good. All I'm saying is I don't know which screams there are to complain about, because usually they're all unconscious. No. I like committing crime. No.
Just shut up.
License and registration.
Okay, that was it. That was good. That was good. Thumbs up. That was fun.
Excuse me, can you help me?
Okay, this is Craig. Craig is a fantastic creator. I love his stuff. You guys are in for a treat.
Oh, yes, of course. What do you need? I'm looking for a birthday present for my nephew. Right, okay. Oh, that was the end of that sentence.
So, I paused it because I'm like, I've been in this situation before. Like, okay, cool. What do you want me to do about it, bro?
Yeah, can you help me find one? Yeah, sure can. It's just...
Like, okay, so, what's your nephew into?
My mind reading powers are a little bit off today, so I'm going to need a little bit more information. His birthday's next week. That's...
Yeah, it'd be like that.
Great, but I was more thinking about maybe how old he is. Oh, well, he's about,
I swear I've lived every story this man has uploaded, and it just hits so close to home.
About there? Okay, that's very helpful. Oh, what sort of stuff does he like?
football. Football, awesome. Now we're getting somewhere. We have loads of football stuff just over. He already has football stuff. Then why did you? Okay, what else does he like? He has a lot of toys. Toys, great. You have a lot of those. What sort of toys does he like? I don't know. You don't know. Jesus Christ. Okay, let's try another approach here. Is there anything that your nephew doesn't like? Not really. Okay, well.
Like, are you gonna help me at all, sir? Because I can't. I just can't. This is why I don't work in customer service anymore. Because I in this situation, I would have just done walked away. I'm just like, can't help you. I can't.
Well, we have a range of wrestling figures if you want to. He doesn't like wrestling. But you just said, okay. What about cars? No. Nerf guns? No. Plushies? Mm-mm. Superhero figures? No. Board games? No. Barbies? He's a boy. And? No. Right, okay, well then I'm afraid we're fresh out of options, my guy. Oh, you know what? I'll get him a new football.
So, if I would have had to deal with that, oh, I lost my job. I would have lost my job so quick.
He actually lost his last week, so we really like this.
Look, my intrusive thoughts would win. My intrusive thoughts would win so bad in this situation. That's all I've got to say.
Alright, thank you very much for your help.
Deep breath. Deep breaths.
Hey Craig, I was wondering if you could... Vague customer? I'll come back later.
If I had a supervisor like that, I probably would have lasted longer. But, yeah, no, they're never understanding.
Hey, little buddy.
Oh, it's a Jordan video. Haven't seen a Jordan video in a while. Let's see what he's got for us.
Come to me. Hello. You are my friend. What you got? Oh my God, he's eating me.
So there was a significant amount of people, including myself, that thought this was a stingray. Come here.
That's a horseshoe crab, man. That's not a stingray. That's a horseshoe crab, and they're really, really friendly.
First saw this, I thought to myself, oh no, when did stingrays get armor? And how are animals just getting updated constantly? But funny enough, this is not a stingray. This is one of the oldest living species in the world. This is a horseshoe crab. Now, horseshoe crab...
Yep, it's a horseshoe crab.
...are roughly 450 million years old. Now, here's the thing. This is already said so beautifully before, but it takes about a full year for Earth to orbit around the sun completely. And so the same thing goes for our actual solar system. Our solar system, it takes about 225 million years for it to fully orbit around the Milky Way galaxy. Well, the horseshoe crab is probably one of the only few, if not the only species that's about to experience a full actual rotation twice. Another thing that's unique about this...
That's pretty cool.
...specific crab species is that they have a special type of blood that contains LAL, or limulus amoebocyte lysate, which is actually able to detect bacterial endotoxins. And also, come here, these crabs are complete sweethearts. They are very much...
Yes, they're... Like, when I was a kid, I went to it was called Ripley's Aquarium. It was near Charleston, South Carolina. And you guys can look it up. I think the Ripley's Aquarium's still in business. And they had a little petting zoo part, and it was stingrays and horseshoe crabs and a couple of other things. And the horseshoe crabs are just big old teddy bears with armor, essentially. Love those things.
Harmless towards humans. Now, mind you, even though I know that, I will still admire from a distance. I will always look from a distance, because here's the thing. This is not the number one crab I'm afraid of. The number one I'm afraid of are coconut crabs.
Okay. I don't know why you're afraid of crabs at all.
I will always be afraid of the crabs that look like spiders.
Great did you get? Is it true or is it? Shh, let's listen.
this. Now, I know it's been a while. I have a bunch of cards out at different grading companies, but we're going to check out 2 cards from this amazing set, Call of Legends from 2011, starting with...
Very nice, she's a chan.
The Ho-Oh. Unfortunately, it's not the shiny Ho-Oh, which...
I'm going to call it and say he gets a 9 on it.
Would have been much better, but if we can get a 10 on this bad boy, that'd be sick.
Ah, called it. Tough break, bro.
And it's not a 10, which is too bad. But we've got another pull, this one even bigger, coming out of Call of Legends, and it's this.
Say what?
The Hollow Lugia.
I'm gonna say 8.
Check out that PSA 10 price, and there's only 13 of them. Can we put another one on the board?
Oh, I'm psychic. Oh. I am a psychic.
Shake, baby. No hate. The Grady's and
Grab your.
All right, green flag, Dustin. Let's go. Let's end on a feel-good video.
Boohoo bibs.
How do you know it's done? Because that's all it is.
I'm making the same face so far. I'm like, okay, how's this gonna go?
Come here. Come here. Come here.
Yes, yes.
Come here.
Putting the gentle and gentleman, brother. What a comforting embrace.
It's okay.
Congrats to you two. Congrats.
It's okay.
He's putting those tears out like a fire. He's a crier fighter.
Everything's okay. Everything's gonna be okay. Everything's gonna be okay.
Take me into your loving arms.
Hey, that's okay. We all take a tumble every now and then. Here, I'll do it with you, my sister in Christ.
Hit a heel click. Wow. This is why he's great.
Go to the couch. Come on. Let's go sit down.
Fella, you're so safe. Weathermen tell folks to take shelter by giving you a hug.
Get honey roaster. Real men cry, dudes. I'm in a fit of weep.
Congrats to everybody in this video. Congrats.
She's more serious than a rooster sleeping through sunrise, pal. Ah! God, you scared the soil out of me.
Are you kidding me?
I need more of my drip drapes.
No way.
That was a good feel-good video. So I hope you guys enjoyed today. Like and subscribe for more. I am going to do another helpful video soon, and I do need to edit the Snow White video, so that'll be coming soon. I just felt like doing a ranting video today. I'm watching reacting and ranting. Let me know what you guys think. If you want to see more like this, let me know. And as always, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.